Good morning, my dear students. So here I am back with your English class, and today I am going to take up one more grammar topic, and that is prepositions. So here we learn some prepositions. Basically, you people use these prepositions alternatively. Somewhere you use the another ones which are not correct at instance. So today we'll learn up and we'll see that which is the best option in that context. According to the context, when the things would be fixed, then we would be better in making good choices, right? So here today, first of all, we'll be talking about the word preposition. What is a preposition? So preposition, as the name is suggesting, it would be representing a position, right? So here if we divide the word prepositions, so it would be into two dissections, that is pre and position. So here it would definitely be relating to some position, and position of a noun or a pronoun, right? Position of a noun or a pronoun in context to, in relation to another noun or a pronoun, right? Position of a noun or a pronoun in relation to the other noun or a pronoun in the sentence, right? So here that means these denotes relationships, because as it would be telling the position of a noun in relation to another noun, so definitely that is denoting the relationship between two nouns or pronouns, right? So here we get to know that where a noun is basically. So example, the ball is in the bag. The ball is in the bag. So here what we are getting to know, we have this noun ball, and then we are getting to know that the ball is in the bag. Bag is another noun. So here this in is telling where one noun is in relation to another noun, where ball is in relation to this another noun, that is bag. So here this in word is making a relation between these two nouns. So that is why we call them prepositions, right? So here they may also denote time. So that is, preposition denotes time even. So how come? Let's take the example. I'll go there on Monday, right? So here it is denoting time, that when I will go there, right? So then second is, it also gives us sense of direction. So what is sense of direction? Means towards which direction we are going, where we are going. For example, I am going to my sister's place. So I am telling my direction, where I am going. So here it gives us sense of direction even. Then origin of a noun, it also tells us from where the noun has originated. For example, John is from America. So from where he has his origin, from America. So then even he is connected from America, he is native resident of America. So then we get to know about the origin of this noun, right? Origin of John. So then next we will talk about, so now we have got to know that what a preposition is. Actually we don't have a prescribed definition for preposition. So this is I have created by the use of that preposition, that where do we use. So hence in my wordings, preposition is a word that indicates location, direction or time in relation to another word in a sentence, right? So here this is the definition. Okay. And then today we'll be learning on, as I told you that you people make wrong choices while attempting for this preposition questions. So today I'll be teaching you some of the prepositions, and I would be taking up that in comparison style, which is my pet style. So as I did in modals too. So I would be taking up the comparative study of various prepositions, so that you get to know that where you make wrong choices. And then you clear those and choose the right ones. So today we will be taking up first of all at and on. And then we will be seeing that where this preposition at is used and where this preposition on is. Here the first usage of at is to show locations. So how does it show locations? That is, we use at when the location is precise. Precise means when you are clear about the location, when the location is specific, and when the location is small. For example, if I say that I live at Jalandhar, so then in this case Jalandhar is a small place. So and then that is a precise, even specific, Jalandhar. So then we use at. And if we talk about on the example here, let's talk about first the example. I am at the bus stop. The bus stop is specific. We are clear about this place, and then this bus stop is even smaller place. So then in that case at is used. So here if we talk about on, here on even is used for location. So how does it is used in this case? When we use this, when there is some physical touch, that is when some noun has a surface touching with the another noun. How come? For example, this remote is on the speaker. So here it is touch, it has the physical touch with the surface of the speaker, right? So then in this case we will be using on, right? Got it? And then next we use the example here, the book is on the table. And then next we use at for special events and festivals. When we say that, for example, we will go at spring bonanza. So that is, we are talking about the special event, and there we are bound to use at. And then if we will be talking about some festivals, then even we would be using at, right? And then here we use on for talking about days and dates. That is, for example, Manya will come on Monday, or we can say Manya will come on 14th September. So then in the case of date even you will use on for that, right? And then next one is this at is used for representing time also. And how come time? That is exact time you will be mentioning with the help of at. For example, if I say that the class starts at 10 o'clock, so then that means the class exactly gets started at 10 o'clock, isn't it? Whenever the peon rings the bell, he observes the time and he waits for the exact time to be there on the watch, and then only he rings the bell. So that's the way we relate at to the particular specific time. In that case you will be using at. And then we can use it, the train starts at 7 in the morning. So then train even starts at the exact time, right? So in this case at is used. So then we talk about this on. So on would be related with travel. Travel, how come? You must be confused in that. So whenever you are traveling by a public transport and you need to mention that, in that case you use on. How come for public transportation? That is, if you say that I am on metro, I am on the bus, I am on the plane, I am on the train. So in all those public transports you will be using on, but you never say that I am on car. No, right? Mind it, for public transports only you will be using on. Okay? So here I have the example, I am on the metro, bus, whatever you may add on. Right? So next, I hope that you are clear with these two prepositions. Next, I have in and into. First of all, I'll be talking about the usage of in, that is location, to talk about the location. So here, location, that is inside something. When we use this as location, inside something, right? Got it? Inside something. And into, even example, I have taken first, that is I am in the room. So my location is where? I am in the room, I am inside a room, right? And then here, what is the scene? Into. Into even would be used for location, and that too even would be used for telling about inside something. So then, but definitely you cannot use them alternatively. So then what is the difference between these two? The difference here is this position when we are talking about inside something. In case of in, then it is a fixed position that is already there in. But when we'll be using into in the case when there is some kind of movement. It's not that that movement should be done at the present moment only. No. It could have done in the past also. As for example, here I have taken up the example for in, the teacher is in the class, already in the class. The teacher went into the class. That is, here we are talking about the movement of the teacher, the movement of the teacher, the motion is there. So then in that case, into would be used, right? So this was the difference with the location case. Next we use in for talking about time, and time in case of month and years, that is months and years. For example, my birthday falls in July. So here I have used for in for talking about this month, right? And then what another use I have, this is used for places even, and places, as in I told you that this at even was used for places. I mentioned you there, but there I mentioned you that at is used for mentioning about smaller places, right? And here the opposite is the case, that is the in is used for talking about the places which are bigger, right? For example, if I talk about that I live in Delhi, Delhi is a big city, right? So then in that case I will say I live in Delhi. And one more example to discriminate between at and in would be I live at Alipur in Delhi. At Alipur, Alipur for smaller place, at, and then this Delhi, bigger place, so in for Delhi, right? So there you can get to know that which preposition would suit the best. And then in is not only used for bigger places, somewhere it is used for smaller locations, smaller places even. And how come smaller places, smaller locations? That is when the location is enclosed, then you can use in. That in, I can say that I am in the car. So that is not a bigger place even. So then in that case, the surface is closed, enclosed. We are enclosed something. That is more or less same as inside something, right? So but therein that was used for even non-living things, that inside something. Here I have used for enclosed location for human beings also. So this was about this in and into. So next I will take up as for, since and during. So here you all get quite confused between the choice of for and since, which I would make you clear. That is, for is used for telling about the time, and here it is used for talking about the duration of time. That is, it talks about some period of time. It does not mention the specific start of time. Rather, that is point of time, it doesn't mention to, it just talk about the interval of time, that for how longer the duration took place. So then in that case you would use for. You can be more clear with the example. I have been working for 3 hours. Why for 3 hours? Because it is the time interval combination of 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours. So here we don't have one specific point of time. So in this case, when we have got a duration of time or an interval of time, so then in that case we will be using for. On the contrary, since would be used when we have specific point of time, right? When we have specific point of time, but definitely that point of time is started in the past, right? That point of time started in the past. The example will make you more clear. I have been working since Monday. So now here we have the specific point of time. We don't have interval of time. We don't have duration of time. And that too, Monday had been started in the past. So then in that case, you will be using since, right? So then next we have during. So during, when we use it for time, duration, so then in that case, again it is also used for duration of time. So then what would be the difference between for and during? So during is within an event. That is, we will be adding on some more event to it. For example, I will be completing my project during my summer break. I will be taking coaching classes. I will be taking art classes during my summer break. That is in regard to some other event when you mention about the duration of time. In that case, you will be using during. Got it? In connection to some other event. Got it? So here I have the example for during also. That is, I will finish my work during third period. So I have mentioned that during this event I will be finishing up my work. So this is in regard to it. So by this you must have been clear with these prepositions which I have taught in the class today. So rest I will continue tomorrow. Thank you.